아, 타이밍 늦었다. 혼자 있으면 힘들지. 원래 정석대로라면 이제 이쪽으로 뒤로 빠져서 했었어야 되는데, 응애라서 되겠거니 했는데 안 되네.
And you mercy. Don't be ridiculous.
Sir Catherine.
원래는 일로 튀어요.
I shall do it.
As you wish.
더 안으로 갈까?
Here I am.
It's your time to die.
This part take forever.
힐 안 해줘? 얘가 세긴 세다, 근데. 힐이 밀리네.
Too fast for you. Let's grab some glory. Now that won't stop me. Time to dance.
Finish.
옛날에도 얘 잡을 땐 좀 빡세게 잡았던 거 같아.
Where do I go? Yes. You like it?
Wipe
Let's
them
do this
out.
quickly, shall we?
Hurry.
Healing yourself should have more dignity, no?
For the ten.
How about you then?
Oh, this should be good.
Another point for me.
양검이었네. 인퀴지션까지 다 하긴 할 건데 그렇다고 쭉 달리지는 않고 다른 것 좀 하다가 다음 거 하고 뭐 그런 식으로 하려고요. 나부랭이들은 그냥 댐벼도 잡겠지. 아닌데? 참 맞아. 가속 찍어놓고서 여기다 안 넣어놨네. 아, 워디 찍어놨구나. 2까지는 해봤던 게임이라서 난이도 낮춰서 스토리만 빠르게 볼 거고 인퀴지션은 보통으로 해서 하려고요.
Your wish?
Huh. Yes. And I'm off. Going.
고자질하러 가자.
This is a nice estate, isn't it? What's on your mind? It...
아니 이건 일릴만 하지. 제가 다 뒤통수를
I
쳤는데.
got a moment's haze, sure. What about? All right.
Maker's breath. It's good to see you in one piece, my friend.
나랑 얘기 좀 해.
After your rather alarming lack of subtlety, I feared the worst for you. I prayed for your safe return.
죽이고 싶은 마음이 조금 가실 정도로 친절하시네요.
Well, what did you expect me to do? You announced me to my father's most trusted lackey. Did the purpose of my disguise entirely escape you? I barely managed to slip away from
되려 승질을
the
내?
palace. I am hoping that, despite our unfortunate beginning, we can still work together. Will you hear me out?
전혀 모르겠는데요.
We will need to work together, and quickly. My father has gone mad. I didn't believe it at first, but he is gripped by a paranoia so severe it prevents him from seeing sense. He saw me as a threat, yet even now I'm certain he will be telling the nobles you are dangerous murderers that have kidnapped and mind-controlled me. He may even believe it. Perhaps. It will be more difficult for him, but if my father says the Grey Wardens are the enemy, many will believe it. He is a legend.
It's true. Our position in the Landsmeet is not strong, and this does little to help us.
At least that snake Howe is dead. That alone will not be enough, however. My father is committed to his path. You will need ammunition for the Landsmeet, and there I can help. You have only just arrived in the city, so perhaps you are unaware of some recent events. Denerim has been in turmoil since Ostagar. Many people here are angry or grieving. Strangely, the unrest is worst in the alienage. Few elves accompanied the army. They should have little reason to be upset, which means that Howe and my father must have given them reason. I don't know what is happening there, but I am certain my father has his hands in it.
A useful lead, Honora, but you could have sent this information with your maid.
That is true. I feared for my safety as Howe's prisoner. But to tell the truth, I sent Elena to you because I hoped we might join forces. You need that evidence for the Landsmeet. But you also need a stronger candidate for the throne. You need me.
알리스터 쓸 건데요.
You don't need to trust me. We have the same goal. That is far better than trust. I have no doubt Alistair is biddable enough, and decent, but even with his blood, he is no king. You think only I can see it? Not only that, Alistair is a Grey Warden. It will look like you are trying to put a Grey Warden on the throne, despite your claims. I am a neutral party. and I am already queen.
Honora,
알리스터가
you are
왕이 되면
indeed
좀
Caelan's
불안하긴
widow,
하지.
but
I am the daughter of Ferelden's greatest general. Who do you think truly ruled this nation for the last 5 years? Caelan. I am what this country needs, not an untrained king who does not even want the throne. I can help you stop my father. Consider what I have said. For now, I think I will retire to my room. Warden, when you have a moment, I ask that you speak to me in private.
well, she's quite spirited. I remember when Loghain first brought her to Denerim. Poor Caelan was a good boy, but Honora was always 2 steps ahead. Had him jumping when she snapped since the first time she batted her eyelashes. I cannot help thinking she may be trouble, but we should keep her close, all the same. This is an alliance of convenience. For the moment, we are united against Loghain. Be careful how much trust you place in her. I do not for a moment think Honora means to give up her power easily. Still, I would rather have her where we can watch her than actively working for Loghain. Are you thinking you might stand a chance at courtship? It would be unseemly for her to marry so soon after Caelan's death. She wouldn't take that risk unless it helps her secure the throne.
Are you serious? No, never mind. I don't even want to hear the rest of this. You two just keep talking about me.
옆에 있는데
I'm
이런
gonna
얘기하고
stand over
있었다고?
here with my fingers in my ears.
That would certainly solve a lot of problems, and put forth the strongest argument before the Landsmeet to remove Loghain from power. With Therin blood on the throne, and Honora's wisdom and popularity, Ferelden could present the most united front against the Blight. Unfortunately, the marriage would never happen, unless they both agreed to it. And I suspect that might take a lot of persuading to get past her pride and his humility. Ferelden was first united by Calenhad, the Silver Knight. For 400 years, his descendants have ruled Ferelden. That was the heritage we preserved from the Orlesians. And it is the heritage I will fight for as long as one of Calenhad's descendants still lives. Without that to unite us, we could scatter back to warring Terniers.
No, I don't, which I've told both of you on many occasions. If Honora's turned against Loghain, I say let her keep the crown. It looks better on her anyway.
You're both wrong. With a few months of experience, Alistair will make a fine king. He knows how to lead troops to defend his land. He knows how to stand and fight for justice. He knows how to show compassion to those less fortunate, and how to trust to the Maker's guidance to know right from wrong. And he knows who to turn to for aid, should that training fail him. He will be fine. We certainly have a great deal to plan. Maker knows what that man is capable of now. Of course, if I might make a suggestion, go speak with Honora. She will either be a powerful ally or a
어떡할까?
powerful
알리스터
enemy.
결혼시킬까?
And the sooner we know which she is, the better.
아 이제 도시kam프로 가나 보다. 안 해본 루트요? 선택지가 뭐뭐 있었지? 결혼 쪽이
I'm glad you made it safely away. I hear how
어차피 모리건 빼곤 중요하지 않다고? 그건 그래.
We went through our joining together more years ago than I like.
누가 왕이 되든가 알 바임.
He was exactly the same back then. Tough as stone.
도시가스 같다.
just as brittle. I think he understood sooner than the rest of us how ugly a choice it is to let the few be sacrificed to protect the many. Always left himself a soft spot for his recruits.
일단 성격 개조는
He ever let himself
알리스터 성격 개조 됐나?
Well, I'd be happy to tell you what I know, but it seems to me that you've picked the important parts up yourself. Be firm in your beliefs, protect people from their own ignorance, and be as loyal as you can to your brothers. even knowing you'll share their deaths. It's tough to say. Only the fortress in Weishaupt has every record. But there are certainly a few dozen or hundreds in every nation in Thedas. The Anderfells are home to over 1,000. It's almost like the Archdemon chose Ferelden deliberately, knowing how unguarded it is. Once only, and I'd rather not go again. It's far, lad, and very foreign. The Wardens there, they fight Darkspawn like you and me, but they're shaped by the winters there in the forest. They're a cold group and don't care like they should about the rest of the world. Their king is weak, and many Anders look to the Wardens to rule. I hate to say this, but some of them seem to want it that way. It was near 1200 years ago, and no one knows for sure, except that it began with a group of Ander soldiers. Apparently, they defected from their king's army, vowing that fighting the Blight was more important, and traveled all the way to Tevinter themselves. They were the first ones to track down the Archdemon Dumat, and the ones to slay him, though none survived the battle. But they had picked up followers by then, and it was they who formally founded the Order, and were recognized by Thedas. Archdemons don't awaken on their own, you know. It takes the Darkspawn, tunneling and tunneling, searching for centuries to find one. And with no one to lead them, it must be sheer chance, or maybe instinct, which leads them. What's surprising isn't that it takes so long between blights. What's surprising is that they succeed at all. But I imagine the old gods call to them, and it's that voice in the darkness which drives them through so many generations. The important thing to remember is
네, 어서 오세요.
none of that matters. When you're facing Darkspawn, all you need to know is to stop them at all costs.
네, 들어가세요.
I'm glad you made it safely away. I hear Howe's death has already brought no small amount of cheer to the city. We went through our joining together, more years ago than I like to remember. He was exactly the same back then, tough as stone and just as grizzled. I think he understood sooner than the rest of us how ugly a choice it is.
원래대로랑 오늘 엔딩버스가 시작하는 거 아니냐고? 오늘 로맨싱 사가가 나오는 날이었나? 그냥 건너뛰고 킹스 바운티로 바로 갈까?
When I'm well enough, I'm going to continue my journey toward Ostagar. Hopefully I'll be able to trace the heart of the Blight and where the Archdemon itself abides. If we want to defeat this Archdemon,
아, 날짜가 하루 지났구나. 12시가 지나버렸네. 대회가 끝나면 막고 아니냐고요? 뭐 그쵸. 근데 그래도 오리진 하면은 어웨이크닝까지는 해야지. 그다음에 모리건 것도 봐야 되고.
If there were more of us, I would agree. But as it is, I don't think we can deprive all the armies you've gathered of a commander. Well, I'd be happy to tell you what I know, but it seems to me that you've picked the important parts. Be firm in your beliefs, protect people from their own ignorance, and be as loyal as you can to your brothers, even knowing you'll share their deaths.
아니 뭐 게임 중독자도 아니고 게임 못한 게 아쉽고 뭐 그럴 게 있습니까? 천천히 내 패턴에 맞춰서 하면 되지.
Yes.
Indeed. That is a most
내
offensive
패턴도
odor.
있는데 왜 안 맞춰주냐고? 내 알바야?
Should I be looking elsewhere? Have you forgotten about the fish you stored in your backpack, perhaps?
I was saving it. Won't be ready for the live for at least another day.
Even the chastened did not have such disgusting habits, and they consumed the flesh of the dead.
Fine, fine. I'll soak it in the line now.
목요일에 백신 맞으면
Never
목금 쉴
you
수 있어서
wait.
개이득이라고.
That's not what I... no, never mind. Just get it over with, quick.
게임을 못해서 골병든 거라고요. 그 말이 또 틀린 얘기는 아니에요. 게임할 시간을 안 줘. 게임할 시간이 없다? 현생이 너무 바쁘다 이거야.
As there is but one world, one life, one death, there is but one God, and He is our Maker. They are sinners who have given their
It's so nice to be in civilization.
There was a riot in High Ever last night. Spoke to a merchant who just came back. I heard there was another.
또? 왜죠? 일부러 이러는 것 같지 않아? 방심시키고 저장 못하게 날려버리는 거지.
Going.
Indeed.
Yes.
그런 짓을 왜 하냐고요? 그걸 제가 어떻게 알아요? 얘가 이러는데.
Your eyes linger, Alistair.
Yes, well, don't worry. It's not what you think.
I see.
I was looking at your nose.
And what is it about my nose that captivates you so?
I was just thinking that it looks exactly like your mother's.
I hate you so much.
Hmm? What?
Never mind.
아니요. 그 전부터 계속 튕겼는데. 깜프 지역 가고 로게인 털고 그 다음에 막보 잡고 끝인가? 그럼 진짜 얼마 안 남았네? 이렇게 가는 게 아니었나?
Be on your way.
세이브가 다 하고서 이동할 때 저장된 게 아니었나봐.
Make it.
Indeed. After your... I am hoping that. You need that evidence for the Landsmeet. I have no...
Well, I cannot help think. Still, I would rather have her where we can watch her. Oh, no. We did not fight the Orlesians all those years just to lose our royal line in a single generation. Not when there's a surviving son of the blood.
Thanks. I am right here, you know.
His mother was a maid, but his father was Merrick Theron, for whom we all risked our lives to win back the throne. I only wish Merrick had taken more time to instruct the lad in the politics of ruling. I did my best, but We all hoped Kaelin and Honora would secure the succession. We
오늘 여기까지 하자. 아, 자꾸 튕기니까 할 맛이 없네. 오늘은 날이 아닌가 보다. 12시도 넘었으니까 일찍 정리합시다. 얘가 그만하래요. 어쩔 수가 없네. 오늘은 조금 일찍 정리할게요. 안녕히 주무세요.